take a trip over to the game store and bring my kid along so we can check different things out, and decided I wanted to do an art piece on a game controller. I head into the first game store and they have the brand new Batman game out. And I'm just like, the animation in this looks so terrible. It's like it's taking a step back. Only thing is, the Batman games have wow features, so like, what you do in it. Nah, I don't even like the animation in this one. What did they do? Why did they do
tried
that?
to ruin it. I mean, Arkham Knight, which is one of the bestest art.
I tried one store, went all over the place. I couldn't find the game controller and had to take a trip to another store. And when I got to the other store, we just started looking around, seeing what they had. What the world is this?
Truly create a nice product. There's going to be a top-notch game to fall. Awesome.
I like the mask. And yeah, they have my controllers. Okay, so here's my new game controller. Looks awesome. Opening it up and showing you exactly what it looks like. This is the first part. Once I get this out, I'm going to start going over it with a blue pencil and just drawing all over it. So now I have my new game controller that I am going to be designing on. I'm going to need some paint, a paintbrush, and a small tool that I'm going to show you on the side that is used to open up the game controller. After I get inside the game controller, I'm not really messing around with anything inside. I just need the shell of it taken off so that I can draw on it. Okay, the first thing I have to do is customize the whole thing. You can see here where I've already started my drawing. And what I'm going to do is just put more and more detail into it. I'm thinking of going with some Aztec type designs on the side of this, a few video game logos just to make it look nice. I'll see how it works out and add in more, and then I'm gonna flip this over. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna have to take this whole top part off, but before I take the top part off to do the painting and everything else, what I want to do is draw it in, and then as I get the whole piece drawn in, then I can think about taking it apart, because I don't want to mess this up. If I have the top part off and the bottom parts and everything else off, I can't keep it even when I start to do my design. So I'm gonna leave it together for now as I work. Okay, so I'm done decorating it. All I have to do now is just paint it. So first I have to figure out how to take this whole thing apart, and then once I do that, I'll be able to paint in all the details. And then I just got in the special coating to go over it and make sure that it's sealed and stays permanently, and I won't have to worry about paint coming off on my fingers and my hands. Alright, now that everything else is done, I'm breaking it apart. I'm using my special tool to get in. The sidings was easy to pop off, which is a plus. I didn't have to damage the whole thing. I may be smearing a few parts of the machine, but the controller, but that's okay. I'll just go back over it when I'm done. As long as I have my placement in, everything will be fine. And now up to the hard part, the annoying painting process. I'm gonna go over it first heavily with small amounts of black paint. I have to make sure all the tiny details that I smeared out before are put back in before I get started, because if not, I'm just going to mess the whole thing up. And I also have to freestyle it and put in stuff that I didn't think of putting in before. And at the end, I have to spray paint it with the special coating that had arrived earlier. Okay, so I'm all ready to start spraying it. This is what I've got. Turn it around so you can see it. Not sure if you can see what this is, but it should work. It's designed for this. There's a lot of hazards and warnings on the label of it, I'd say just don't spray it in your eyes. Get your mask ready if you have one, and open some windows. That way you can air out the whole location you're about to spray down your art piece on. Okay, I got it all set up for the spraying. I'm just gonna give it a few even coats and then just let it dry up, and once it's dry I'll come back to it. So I sprayed the special coating on. Needed the mask. I definitely need a mask for this one. I'm going to recommend the same thing for anyone who uses the same material I did. It's a clear coating. It goes on paintings and finishes and stuff like that. It worked fine. It worked great, but the smell is so strong. I really had to ventilate the whole and allow it to air out before going back into the location I had chose. I recommend doing it outside. If it's a clear day, it might work a lot better.
Bring it, Andy.
And so here it is, all done. I'm about to put it back together again, but I just wanted to show you exactly what it looks like before I do just that. I finished with my controller, looking kind of nice there. Love the details within it. Worked out great. Now I'm going to take a trip to my game systems and hook it up, program it in, and see exactly how good it looks on my 40-inch screen TV, which is kind of sad. I need a bigger television, and see how it works. Hopefully it works out fine. Oh.
When you press A,
You said don't press anything
I
until
said
everything goes away.
keep pressing A until it goes away.
Waka waka waka.
At least I Dad. Wonder where he jumped. I wonder where he jumped. I wonder where he jumped.
And it looks like I'm all done. It was a lot of fun working on it. It works perfectly. Probably going to have a lot of fun using it when I have time to actually play video games. But for now, today's project is over with. See you next time.